home. You were up and out so early this morning. Where have you been all day?
Walking. I needed some time alone to think. Believe me, I had a lot to think about.
Did you see Max? Have a fight with him again?
No. I'm only sorry that I waited until last night to belt him. I should have done it a long time ago. What, no, poor Max or Steve, how could you do such a thing?
I know how upset you are.
Was, Gabrielle. I'm not so upset anymore.
You're not?
Nope. Taking a walk helped to clear my mind.
I'm glad.
Great. Maybe you won't be after you find out my final decision about how things are going to change around here.
This is the part I hate. The late hours? Yes, and the hurry up and wait attitude. But when you've been in the business as long as I have, you learn to roll with the punches.
Well, Megan, I don't mean to seem ungrateful for all the trouble you went to get me my job back here. But to be honest, I'd rather be home with my husband than sitting here waiting for the director to roll tape.
Home? No such thing as home for a daytime actress. Soon you're going to be living, breathing, and sleeping Fraternity Row.
Yeah, I know. Didn't take Randy long to introduce me to the sleeping part, did it?
Don't worry about that. He tries that with every new kid on the block.
Yeah, well, he learned it was a mistake to try it with me. Thanks for getting me unfired.
I told him to lay off you and give you back your job. I think we have good chemistry working as sisters together.
Well, I'm not so sure you should have. I mean, I don't think acting is for me.
Are you kidding? You're a natural.
Maybe, but the hours stink. I miss Wade, and Randy still gives me the creeps. I think I should quit and go back to school.
And give up a chance of a lifetime? Do you know how long it took me to get into this business? And you just walked right into it. Not that you didn't deserve it. Believe me, I've seen girls come and go around here, and... well, I know a winner when I see one.
You think I'm a winner?
Take it to the track and bet on it. You've got a great future ahead of you. Trust me. Soon you're going to be getting those fan letters and...
Why are you acting so strange? Why didn't you let me in when I first knocked? Are you hiding something in here? Or maybe you're hiding another woman, is that it?
Tina, you said that you have something very important to tell me. Spit it out.
Yeah, I do, but I'd feel real funny telling you if there was another woman here. I mean, especially because I want to ask you for another chance.
Another chance at what?
Look, I know you're mad at me, and you have every right to be. I mean, I said some really terrible things. But I came here because I want to ask you for a chance to make it up to you.
It's been a long day, Tina. I'm really beat. I'd like to have this little discussion maybe tomorrow.
No, I need to talk right now.
I don't want to talk right now.
Well, why are you trying to rush me out of here?
Because I've got a million things on my mind, and rehashing ancient history doesn't happen to be one of them.
Well, don't you even want to know what I have to say to you?
Yeah, sure, but not right now. I'll call you tomorrow.
No, that means I'm just going to sit by the phone and wait for you to call. No, that's not going to work. No, I am here. You are here, so this is a perfect time for us to talk.
Okay. If it's so damn important, let's just get it over with, huh?
Why are you treating me like this?
Maybe because the woman that I planned on marrying told me in no uncertain terms just to take a hike.
All right. I know I hurt you really bad, and I was wrong, and I am so sorry about it, but please try to understand. I was so hurt and confused. I didn't know if I was coming and going. I mean, part of it was because you insisted we keep this relationship such a secret. And then you hurried me into us getting married, and then when Cord showed up when we were getting married, you decided to postpone it, and then right away you decide to get married again immediately.
Is there a point to all this?
Of course. I just want you to understand how I felt and why I said those things. Look, we were both of us were under a lot of pressure right then. I mean, and I said things because I was angry, and I just want you to know how sorry I am.
I forgive you. Okay? Is that what you wanted to hear?
If it's what you mean, because then we can just pick up where we left off.
Whoa! Wait, just hold it right there. Is this little song and dance, is this your way of telling me that you want to marry me after all?
Of course it is. I mean, we had something so nice. You don't want to throw something like that away just because of a few angry words.
Oh, I didn't throw it away, Tina. You threw it away. You had your chance, and you blew it. So go somewhere else and cry over your spilled milk.
How can you act like this? Do you think it was easy for me to come over here and just pour my heart out to you?
For you? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think any time that you want something, you think all you have to do to get it is just bat your eyes and say, I'm sorry. That's not going to work this time, Tina.
I meant every word of this.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you believe that. I don't, okay? You've had your say. I've heard it. Now, I would appreciate it if you would leave me alone.
How can you just want to throw me out like this? Aren't you even going to give me a second chance after all the chances I have given you?
I'm going to explain this. It's very simple, see? First of all, I escort you over to the door, all right? I open the door, and then I wish you a long, healthy, happy life without me.
Fine, I'll go if that's what you really want, but I have to tell you something first.
What?
I'm pregnant.
Do you really think I can make it as an actress?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I should talk to Wade about staying on the show. Maybe we can arrange something so that I can juggle a home life and have a career, too. Thanks for the encouragement, Megan.
Anytime.
Well, it looks like they're about ready to start. I guess I'll go run my lines. I know fraternity house isn't the safest place to hide.
Hi, kid.
But, Mr. Stone,
I guess by Mr. Stone, that means you're still angry at me for that stupid stuff I pulled last night. I don't blame you. But it's just a misunderstanding. I mean, I let the scene get the better of me. You know, our writers crank out some pretty hot stuff.
I know.
I'm sorry I fired you. I overreacted. And I'm glad that you let me rehire you because you're a great asset to the show. I want you to know that. And I don't want any bad feelings between us.
Me either.
Accept my apology?
If you'll accept mine for overreacting a bit myself.
Deal.
What are you staring at?
Nothing. I just don't think that's the way Mr. Alexander Graham Bell meant for that thing to work.
So, what are you doing here? Didn't you cause enough trouble back in the set in Landview?
Now, is that any way to treat a fan?
A fan?
Sure. Overnight. I'm an addict. I'm a soap opera addict, believe it or not. I just can't get enough of this. That's why I'm here. I want to see how you create this television magic.
Now, why is it that I don't believe a word you're saying?
I don't know. Maybe you're getting cynical in your old age.
Steve, I know I've hurt you terribly, and I will do whatever is necessary to keep this marriage together.
Good. Because for starters, I don't ever want Max to set foot in this house again. I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk about him. And I expect you to do the same.
You mean you're going to shut your brother out for the rest of your life?
I'm going to shut him out of our lives, Gabrielle. As far as I'm concerned, Max no longer exists.
But he does exist. Steve, in the future, you're going to regret this.
My mind is made up, and nothing you can say to me is going to change it.
Please, Steve. Max made a mistake. I made a mistake. But if you're willing to forgive me, why can't you forgive Max?
Now, who said that I was willing to forgive you?
Look, I know we're both tired. Why don't we go to bed early tonight and discuss it in the morning?
If you don't want to talk about this right now, that's fine with me, because as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing left to discuss. I intend to write Max off, and if you care about keeping this marriage together, I suggest that you do the same.
Oh, don't you give me ultimatums and then walk away. Max is very much part of our lives, and I won't allow you to erase him from it.
Well, what happened to I'm willing to do anything to keep this marriage together?
I'm sorry, Steve, but this time you're being totally unreasonable.
I don't believe it. My wife sleeps with my brother, and I am being unreasonable because I don't want him in my house again?
Steve, I understand how you feel, and I know how much pain you've been through, and all I can hope for is that you will forgive both of us one day for what we've done. But pushing Max away is only going to make things worse, not better. He's always going to be part of our lives. We can't pretend he doesn't exist.
Damn it, Gabrielle, you don't have to tell me how he's always been a part of our lives. Every time we have a problem, it doesn't take me very long to figure out that Max is at the root of it.
That is not true.
Oh, no? What about the time that he gave us money to try to help the ranch and you used it to buy Designs by Delilah? Or when you wanted to move from the ranch so you could be here in Landview closer to Max? Or the time that you came home stumbling drunk because you were consoling Max?
Lee was a very close friend to Max. He was devastated with her death.
Yeah, and the time before that, he was devastated because Tina left him at the altar. You didn't want me to go and help him, but as soon as my back was turned, you made a beeline for Max's suite, didn't you?
Look, this isn't getting us anywhere. And whether you like it or not, Max is Al's father. I can't stop him from seeing his own son.
I didn't say anything about that. I just don't want him visiting him here in my house.
Then you give me no choice. I'll have to take Al over to see him myself.
Oh, and won't that be nice? Playing house at Max's.
Oh, God, when are you going to stop this insane jealousy of yours? How many times do I have to tell you there is nothing going on between me and Max?
No, nothing except an occasional roll in the hay. I've been a real fool, Gabrielle. I knew how you felt about Max when I married you, but I thought that I could change that. I thought that I could take the love that I saw in your eyes when you looked at Max and make you love me. But I guess that I was wrong.
Well, aren't you going to say anything?
Is it mine?
How could you even say that? You know I love you. I was going to marry you.
You just caught me by surprise, that's all.
Oh, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to tell you. I mean, the way you were acting.
Well, I guess I was just kind of suffering from that confusion, you know, that hurt. That's what you were going through a while back, you know?
Well, then you're not mad that I'm pregnant?
Mad? Oh, are you kidding? I'm happy. I'm happy. Daddy! Huh? This changes everything, doesn't it? This little tyke is going to need a father as well as a mother.
Does that mean?
Tina, yes, that's exactly what I mean. Tina Lord Roberts, will you marry me? Will you?
Oh, yes, I will. Thank you. Oh, you have made me the happiest woman on earth. You know, I'm going to go home. I'm going to pack my bags, and you can come pick me up at, like, in an hour. We can go to the same justice of the peace, even maybe the same chapel.
No, because I don't want to run the risk of anything going wrong this time.
Well, we can go to another place nearby.
No, what I had in mind is maybe you going to the airport right now and you getting on the first flight to Reno.
Reno?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that is romantic. But what'll I wear?
I don't know. You can buy anything you want in Reno.
Well, what about all the arrangements?
You can just take care of them tomorrow. You know, you book a church, you make arrangements for all the flowers, then you plan the honeymoon.
But what about you? Why can't you go with me now?
I've got a million loose ends that I have to tie up here.
But I told you that I just...
Listen. I'm going to be catching the first flight to Reno tomorrow.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
What? Nothing. We are getting married.
No, I am getting married. I am going to Reno. And I am making all the arrangements when all you're doing is acting like there's something that you're not telling me.
What? Like what?
Like why you even came to this creepy motel to begin with.
What are you doing here? I've been looking all over town for you.
I'm scared, Roxanne. That bullet you took was meant for me.
Look, Tiffany, how do you know you're going to be safe here?
I know that a fraternity house isn't the safest place to hide, but someone's coming.
Quick, get in the closet.
Well. Couldn't stay away from me, huh?
Don't flatter yourself, Todd. You're the one who couldn't put his ego on hold long enough to see that we're through.
What if we're through? What are you doing in my fraternity house?
Looking for my sister.
You sure you weren't looking for a little of that old Todd magic?
Look, Houdini, just because you're a big macho football player and president of the largest fraternity on campus doesn't mean that you can fly off with the homecoming queen and come back here and expect me to forgive and forget.
Hey, you know something? You talk too much.
Cut. Take 5, everybody.
Think you could slap me just a little bit harder next time?
What can I say, Carter? I get such great motivation watching you and hearing you butcher those lines. Is there something you disapprove of, Mr. Holden? Or are you merely shifting the rocks in your head from one side to the other? I'm waiting, Mr. Holden.
For what?
An explanation. I want to know why you were standing there shaking your head during that last scene.
Because it didn't make it. That scene was supposed to be red hot, and all I got was lukewarm.
Oh, I see. So now we're a critic, are we?
No, I just know what I like. And I can tell you this, that guy Carter you're with can't act his way out of a paper bag.
Well, why don't we put one on your head and see how well you can do?
I'm just telling you, the guy's making you look bad. Now, how can you expect the audiences in America to see fireworks between Todd and Roxanne when all you're giving them is stink bombs?
Well, if you think that acting is so easy, then obviously you don't know the first thing about it.
Well, I don't think it's as tough as everyone makes it out to be.
Really?
Really?
Well, until you can do better, I suggest you shut your mouth.
Oh, is that a challenge? If it is, I'll be happy to take it.
What are you doing?
Uh-huh. Well, I figured I could prove acting was a cinch, as long as you had the right motivation.
Oh, no. You expect me to play that scene with you?
If you got the guts, lady.
It would give me great pleasure to watch you make a fool of yourself. I believe you have the first line, Mr. Barrymore.
Well, well, well. I knew you couldn't stay away from me.
Don't flatter yourself, Todd. You're the one who can't put his ego on hold long enough to get it through his thick skull that we're through.
Oh, yeah? Well, if we're through, then what are you doing in my fraternity house?
Looking for my sister?
You sure you're not looking for a little of that old, Todd magic?
Look, Houdini. Just because you're a big macho football player and the president of the largest fraternity on campus doesn't mean that you can fly off with the homecoming queen and come back here and expect me to forgive and forget.
You know what? You talk too much. I was a little late on the slap, but I think you're finally learning how to kiss.
Hi, Steve.
Hey. What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like I can't believe I said.
My girlfriend and I decided to register a formal complaint against that hospital food over there and come out and have a real meal. I'm glad I did. But from the look in your eye and the drink in your hand, do you want me to leave? Or would you like to talk to somebody?
What I'd like is a wife who loved me.
Problems at home.
Nothing that another double scotch won't take care of, bartender.
No, that isn't gonna help, Steve.
No, you're right. Make it a club soda. Brenda?
Double scotch. I'm teasing. I'll have the same thing, thanks. Well, you want to tell me what's troubling you? Thank you.
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary. It's just that my wife had an affair with my brother while I was in a coma. Now she wants me to forgive and forget, go on with our lives like nothing ever happened.
And what do you want?
I want the pain to go away.
Well, nothing I say is gonna make the pain go away, but if you want to talk to me, Steve, I'm here.
You're a good friend, Brenda, and I am a stubborn, hard-nosed man who can't forgive his wife and brother for something that happened a long time ago.
Steve, you are not wrong for feeling that way. I mean, I was brought up to believe that marriage is sacred and that brothers should be faithful to one another, too. But that does not mean that you shouldn't forgive Max and Gabrielle, because the very worst thing that you can do is go through life filled with all this anger and resentment.
No, there is something much worse.
What?
Ignoring the fact that it ever happened at all.
What's the big mystery, Tina? Do you think I would purposely check into a dumpy little hotel like this if my car hadn't broken down?
You mean your car broke down? I followed you here.
It's the carburetor on the damn thing. I shouldn't even be driving it right now. See, that's why I want to stay here tonight. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to call a garage and have them take care of it. See, this is one of those loose ends I was talking about.
Fine. If that's all that's keeping you from going to Reno, then I will give you a lift, and I'm sure Asa will send somebody here to take care of your car tomorrow.
No. See, I told you, I'm beat. I don't want to go anywhere.
Oh, I see. You just want me to hightail it out to Reno, and then you'll show up whenever you want to. Is that it?
Hey, what is the big deal here?
I just don't believe this story about the car breaking down. You know what? I think I was right all along. I think you've got some woman hiding around here. Is that it?
Is that what your married life is going to be like with you? Huh? Having to deal with a constant barrage of idiotic questions?
I just want to know why you're acting so weird, and I am not going anywhere until you tell me what's going on here.
Get out of here. Run for your life. He's not. What do you think he is? He's not.
I am, but...
Dee Dee, are you all right? What happened? Dee Dee, call an ambulance. Dee Dee.
Come here. You know what? You really are a stupid, interfering little bimbo. You honestly think that I could ever be interested in somebody like you?
Call me, you're hurting me.
No, listen. I gave you every chance to get out of here, but no, you had to poke, you had to prod, you had to dig yourself in even deeper.
What are you doing? Why are you treating me like this?
Because you gave me no choice.
Oh, my God, Dee Dee was right. You are different. You're not the same person I knew. And you did something terrible to her, and you're going to do the same thing to me.
No, just shut up, you stupid fool. I have no intention of harming you or Dee Dee.
Then what's wrong with her, and why aren't you calling an ambulance?
You see, even though the angel's got a broken wing, she was still able to fly. I kind of messed up on this cloud here, but the teacher gave me first prize anyway.
That's because the drawing comes from your heart. You wanted to show the whole world that nothing is impossible and that miracles really can happen.
I did?
Yes, you did. Maybe you'll understand it someday.
Mommy,
What?
you're not gonna let those bad people take you away again, are you?
No, darling. Never, never. Oh, whatever that could be. Be right back. Gabrielle, what a nice surprise.
Oh, I'm sorry to barge in like this.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, Sammy, I didn't expect you to be awake at this hour.
Shh. Mommy doesn't know it's past my bedtime.
Oh, yes, she does. But it's a very special night, so I thought, what the heck? I can't get enough of her. She's grown so much since I've been gone, and I just wanted to make up for lost time.
Oh, I understand. You must be so happy to be home.
Listen, honey, can you do Mommy a big favor?
Mm-hmm.
Would you go get ready for bed for me?
Do I have to go right to sleep?
No. Why don't you just brush your teeth, put on your jammies, and I'll be up to tuck you in and say your prayers with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Good night, Aunt Gabrielle.
Good night, darling.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I know this is your first night back, but Delilah, I didn't know who else to turn to.
Oh, I'll help you in any way I can. Why don't you just sit down and tell me all about it? That last slap was in the script. This one is on me.
No. I don't think so. One to a customer.
Just let me go.
Not until you admit I did a damn good job with that scene.
considering Todd is supposed to be arrogant and pompous, yes, you did a very convincing job of portraying him.
All right, I'll consider that a begrudging compliment. Now it looks like I owe you one.
No, thank you. I can live without your flattery.
Oh, in other words, what you mean is you hate saying I'm right.
About what?
About what I said before, about that chump making you look bad. You are one terrific actress. You just need the right leading man.
That Max really knows how to push Megan's buttons, doesn't he?
Yes, he certainly does. He's also got a lot of natural talent.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like I'll have to make Mr. Holden an offer he can't refuse.
Huh. Well, I hope he says yes.
Oh, don't worry. He will.
Admit it. You were turned on doing that scene with me.
I did that scene to prove a point, and I did.
Oh, yeah? And just what was that point?
Acting comes easy when you're playing yourself, which obviously you were.
You mean the handsome, dashing leading man?
No, the loudish, insufferable jerk. Now, just leave the set. I have a scene to do.
I'm in no rush. I figured I'd stay around and see how the rest of the shooting goes.
Randy!
There's no need to shout there, Megan. What?
I cannot work on this set with this massive hulk of machismo. Either he goes or I go.
Oh, gee, Randy. Where are we going to find another leading lady at this hour of the night?
I have a handsome new neighbor.
Okay, Megan, before you blow a gasket, why don't you just take 5, okay? Relax.
Fine. But if he's still here when I get back, I'm going to take 5 inches off your hide.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Randy. I really didn't mean to walk in here and cause
Trouble. Forget about it. Megan's trouble waiting to happen. You're just the one who set her off today.
Yeah, well, in any case, listen, what I really came by here for is I want to see if I could buy some of that tape that you shot out at Holden Towers. I'd like to use it for a commercial.
Sorry, Max, I can't sell it to you.
Why not?
Because after all the trouble you went through letting us use the hotel for a location shoot, I won't take your money. You want the tape, I'll give it to you.
All right, thanks. It's got this great advertising angle. I'm thinking Holden Towers, Fraternity Row stayed here. So should you. I'm working on it, Randy. I'm working on it.
All right, listen. If you're really interested in beefing up business at the hotel, I have a proposition that may truly appeal to you.
Wade, what are you doing here in Philly?
I wanted you to be the first to know.
To know what?
Well, I wanted to wait until you came home tonight to tell you, but after Asa called, I wanted to rush down here and give you the good news. But it's obvious you're busy, so I'll wait till after you're done.
Wait. Stop teasing me. What did Asa say?
Well, first he wanted to apologize to me for building up my hopes and then shooting me down. And then he said, if I still need $50,000 to start my own Angel Burger franchise, that he'd be happy to lend it to me.
That is not good news. That is great news.
So that's my offer, Max. What do you say?
Thanks, but no thanks. I really appreciate the compliment, but acting's not my thing.
Come on, what, are you kidding me? Look, I saw that scene that you did with Megan chemically. That was very hot.
Randy, it was beginner's luck. Look, I'm a businessman, not a heartthrob. What do you think? I want to be climbing out of limousines, being hoarded by screaming, beautiful, adoring women?
Yes.
I do. But not this time around. Come on, thanks anyway. Where can I get that tape?
All right, go see Phyllis up in the production office.
Thanks.
But I want you to think about the offer that I made you because it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
For the most part, my father is a very successful farmer. He can take anything and make it grow on that land, except that there is one little corner of the property out back. And every year, my papa goes out there and he plants a crop, and every year it fails.
Sounds very frustrating.
Oh, you should see him. He just gets beet red in the face when he even thinks about it. And this one time, anyway, he was really riled up over it. And I said, Pop, why don't you just quit? And he said, Well, in no uncertain terms, I am not a quitter, and no blankety-blank dang piece of land is going to get the best of me.
Mm-hmm. So what did he do?
So the next thing you know, he's out there and he's got this huge, big, hoe thing. He has dug a huge hole on it. And then he filled it with water. And now it is the most beautiful lake you could ever set your eyes on.
Why do I get the feeling that there's a moral to this story?
Because there is. You see, what I found out from my papa is that sometimes you have to look at things a little bit different before you can make something out of nothing.
So you think I should just forget about the night that Gabrielle spent with Max and start with a clean slate to try to save my marriage?
Well, I think that you should find a way to forget if you can, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to make a decent life for you and Gabrielle.
Which is all I've ever wanted.
Well, then what's stopping you, huh?
I don't think I can trust Gabrielle anymore. Brent, I get this sinking feeling that sooner or later she's just gonna turn around and betray me again.
So now, I think that I may have made a mistake marrying Steve. At the time, I thought that he would fill a gap that Max left in my life. But while Steve was in a coma, I realized how deeply in love I was still with Max. And now he's the only man I want to spend my life with.
But Gabrielle, haven't you always known, way down deep, that Max just doesn't feel the same way about you?
No. That's one of the things that's ripping me apart, as well as the fact that I've hurt Steve so much by sleeping with Max. Delilah, what am I going to do?
Are you asking for my advice?
Am I going to like it?
Probably not. Because what I really feel is that you've got to let go of this fantasy that you have with you and Max and hold on to what you have with Steve. Steve is one of the most wonderful, caring, compassionate men that I've ever known, and probably that you've ever known, too.
Yes. But how do I forget Max?
I know it sounds easy for me to say, but I really know how you feel. Even after my divorce with Bo, I was still so obsessed with him. So much to the point that I almost didn't marry Rafe. And that would have been the biggest mistake of my life. If it hadn't been for my husband and my daughter, I never would have survived the hell that I've just been through over the last 9 months.
A family, that's all I've ever wanted.
Then let go of Max. Gabrielle, he's wrong for you. Hold on to Steve. Give all your love to Steve, and things will fall into place.
And what if they don't? What if I've hurt Steve far too much? What do I do then?
All the months that I was in prison, I really felt I had lost everything, too, but I never gave up hope. And somehow I made it home because I always believed that there was someone here who loved me and needed me. Just as Steve loves and needs you. Does this make any sense to you?
Yes. Every word of it. I just think it might be too late. I may have hurt Steve too much.
Trust takes a long time. All you can do is try.
Mommy, I'm ready to be tucked in.
Oh, okay. I've got to go.
Oh.
Listen, thank you so much for hearing me.
Oh, really?
And the advice.
Any time I can help, just let me know. Let me know how things turn out.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Welcome home.
Thank you. Be good to yourself now.
I will. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna say this to you one more time. Hopefully, you'll understand, all right? I don't owe you any explanations. Why I'm here, what I'm doing, Dee Dee's condition, all of that. That's none of your business.
Let go of me. She's sick, and I'm gonna call an ambulance.
Because I'm sick and tired of you interfering with all my plans.
I'm getting out of here.
No, you're not going anywhere. You had your chance. Now we're gonna play this whole thing my way.
No, help!
Shut up!
Don't kill me. Please. Please don't kill me.
Just shut up, you idiot. just turn around. I am so sick and tired of you following me around and you interfering with all my plans.
What plans? I just thought we were getting married.
Well, that's going to be a little difficult now, isn't it? Because at the moment, you're all tied up. Now, sit down there. I strongly suggest that you don't try to cry out anymore. Is that understood? Hmm?
The Jones family reunion won't be quite...
Well, I've got some news of my own.
Let me guess. They're gonna give you your own nighttime series.
Not quite. I'm not so sure about this acting thing. I'm thinking about quitting the show.
You gonna give up acting altogether?
You won't be disappointed in me if I did.
No. No, of course not. But, honey, you've only been doing this, well, less than a week. What happened? How come all of a sudden you want to quit?
It's just that it takes up so much of my time. And now that things are going so well between us...
Yeah. Tell me about it.
You see, I hate the fact that I'm not there when you get home.
Well, I have to admit, I've been kind of lonely, but now that I'm getting an Angel Burger franchise thanks to Asa, I'm going to be having some late nights of my own, and I don't like the fact that you'll be sitting home waiting for me every night.
So you think I should stay with the show?
If we work real hard, we could retire by the time we're 30. And that way we'll have plenty of money to enjoy the golden years.
Since when is 30 a person's golden years?
It will be when all we have to do all day is stay in bed and count our money.
Well, I can think of some more better things to do in bed.
Why, Mrs. Coleman, whatever do you mean? I need to shoot that scene over between you and Carter.
Why? I thought it was okay.
Well, okay isn't going to get us ratings. I need to see some sexual tension between the two of you. When Carter puts his arms around you, I need to see it. Maybe you ought to think about Max when you're doing that scene with Carter so I can get that spark that I need.
Well, maybe you should give Carter a pep talk. I'm perfectly capable of playing the scene right.
Oh, I see. So Max had nothing to do with that little performance that I saw a couple of minutes ago?
Certainly not.
Okay, well, you could have fooled me, but when Max started doing that scene with you, I saw a heat coming out of you I've never seen before. I would have had to use asbestos tape to capture that look in your eye.
Really?
Hello, Steve.
What the hell are you doing here?
I came by to see Al, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, well, it isn't. I don't want to see you here anymore.
Steve! Come on, would you be reasonable? Look, the kid lives here. It's going to be hard to visit him without coming in the house.
You should have thought of that before you seduced my wife.
I told you it was a mistake. Now, look, you want to take it out on me? Fine. But do not punish an innocent child for something that's between you and me.
I'm not sure that it would be punishing him to keep you from seeing him. After all, I don't think I want him growing up looking at you as a role model.
What the hell is that supposed to
It
mean?
means you're a selfish, unfeeling jerk who doesn't care what he does to people as long as you get what you want.
And you're a pig-headed, self-righteous fool who's going to write off his wife and his brother because of his own stupid pride.
At least I have pride for who I am and what I believe in.
What is going on down here? I could hear you all the way upstairs.
Nothing. I came by to see my son. I got a little hot around the collar when Steve said I couldn't. I said some pretty rotten things, and I'm sorry.
Forget it. If you want to see your son, you can. Is he still awake?
Yes, I just tucked him in upstairs.
Just don't expect me to exhibit much brotherly love, okay?
I won't. When it happens, it will. Until then, I understand.
I knew you'd come to your senses. It's only right that Max sees his son. Darling, everything is going to be all right. You see, everything will get back to normal again. Thank you.
Back to normal. It's exactly what I'm afraid of.
Come on, get up on your feet. Get up on your feet. That's it. Come on, just one step and then another one. Come on.
Tina.
Don't just forget about Tina. You concentrate on walking right now. Come on.
Where are we going?
Well, since you've had such a tough time of it, I thought we might go someplace and have a little fun first. And then once the cops take down those roadblocks, we're gonna be on our way. Hey, listen. You listen to me, though. If you decide to get funny, I'm gonna become a solo traveler. Do you understand that? Huh? Good. Damn it, come on, let's go. What now? Come, just get in. Sit down right there. You know what? You really are stupid. I should finish you once and for all. Get up. Get up!
This will do this better.
Just get up and get moving.